What's up, Cardfighters? Chris here from Vanguard Central, bringing you our Gavrail Rescue Deck Profile. It's been updated with G-BT07. Still a few changes, so you'll hear about that coming up. But this deck is still really good. Refros definitely carries it, and just being able to hit out like multi-attacks and be incredibly good defensively at the same time carries this deck and makes it one of the best decks in the format right now.
Stand up, Vanguard!
Alright, so our starter is Azrael. Azrael is really important for this deck because you want to be able to grab things from the damage zone. There's a lot of cards that let you call units from the damage zone, but sometimes you want to grab a PG or a stride fodder, you want to add it to hand. So being able to have that utility to add things to hand is pretty important, so we just stuck with Azrael rather than the new rescue one. Grade 3s, we have 4 Gavrail and 4 Nociel, so we're sticking with the kind of just Gavrail Nociel hybrid, not going full Nociel. Just a little bit uncomfortable with the 4 grade 3s. I know it's really good, it's been proven to do really well, but we're just a little bit more comfortable with the 8 grade 3 standard kind of lineup. Grade 2s, we have 4 Broken Hearts because it's nuts. You just pump up defense, pump up offense. There's really no time when this card is bad. So it's really just important to max it out so you can always get it. We're running 3 grade 2 Nociels. This again is to help grab things from the damage zone. It helps unflip counterblast as well, so that's relevant. But it's been really good. The deck is super counterblast heavy, so being able to manage your counterblast helps a lot. And also it's more Nociel name for when you're on Nociel. We're using 1 Dreamlight Unicorn. It's just to help if you're in a bad spot, you can heal with Raphael and then heal with Unicorn. And you can get yourself like to double heal. And if you hit heal triggers on top of that, your opponent's going to be crying. But it's pretty good there. And then lastly, we have 3 Harrots. And this is a spot I've been debating about. Harrot works very well with the Gabrielle stride, but it does use counterblast, which is something the deck is a little bit short on. So I'm debating switching these out for some like tech slots or like pokers, because the deck does have a bad matchup against Link Joker and we're not running pokers, so having the poker just for utility would probably be very useful. And going to the grade 1s, we're still running 4 original perfect guards. I'm looking to switch these for the rescue perfect guards, but I just don't have them right now. But regardless, having the original ones is still perfectly good because you're able to protect your broken hearts if necessary. And that's never a bad utility to protect your rear guards. But the rescue one I think is a little bit better overall because it helps you buff up your Vanguard even when you're perfect guarding. And then we got 3 stride fodder, 3 ponies or Pegasus for more power, 3 grade 1 Nociel for Nociel name and more defensive options, and then we're running 1 Tech Malik. This is really good just when if you can call it from the damage zone. It's good. Like if you use it off Gabrielle, you can get a ton of drive checks when you do the Gabrielle stride, or you can use Nociel stride to get 4 drive checks on Nociel stride turns. So just having the 1 tech is pretty useful, but it's not that useful to have a bunch of them in my opinion. Just useful, if you get it, you can take advantage of it really easily, and if you don't, then you don't. It's not really clogging up the deck. The triggers, we got 4 Refros because it's crazy good. We got 4 Rescue because it lets you do extra drive checks. It should also be noted that it keeps your deck count the same, so if you're about to deck out, you can still use it, and you won't deck out because you put this one back before you do the heal and damage check. And then 4 Nociel stands for Nociel name and got 12 stand. So when people realize that you don't have any crits, they can just no guard Vanguard, but it doesn't matter too much because your power columns will be huge when you use Refros to buff up broken hearts and just get like crazy, like 5 attacks really easy with your 5 drive checks and stuff. And then lastly is the 4 heals. Just a little bit thoughts about the future, like when Refros gets hit. I'm really hoping that's not an if. It's really just insanely good, and It does have an infinite loop, which is a little bit unfair, but it's a little bit. But I think that it just does too much for the deck, and so I would like to see it banned because I think it just makes games go longer just because you can keep looping into it and it just takes up a lot of time, and it also just makes them do offense really well and defense really well and like just have an infinite counterblast, and it's just crazy. But if it does get banned, I'm looking to switch to a 12 critical version and try that out, see how that goes. I know people still stick with the 12 stand version. I just think that without Refros you won't get the same power columns that you are now, since most of that power seems to come from Refros looping. Not that you can't get high power without Refros, it's just that a lot of it is coming from the Refros loops and hitting up to like 10 swaps, getting you like 27. It's crazy. But yeah, you guys already know how that works. For the strides, we'll start off with 1 Zacariel. This is for when you're on Gavrail. You just get to unflip 1, get that GB2, helps out a lot. Seabreeze helps you with the early game since everything is generation break. So if they grade 2 game you, you want to be able to have that. And it's also a Create Elemental you can flip up with Zerakiel, which would be good if we had pokers, which again is something I'm considering. But it's either use it early or use it as Zerakiel fodder. And then we got 2 Nociel strides. Just to give you some options, I don't remember why I'm not using Raziel. I think I felt that it wasn't as useful with the Gabrielle stride because you could just get 5 drive checks and kill them that way rather than Raziel, but that could have been a problem. So I don't think it will be as much of a problem when I want to put in pokers because pokers will fight for Soul Blast, but having the 2 Nociel is good just to get some multi-attacks without having to like use swaps. And then we just got 4 Gavrail strides for power plays. We got 4 Raphaels for like stalling plays, so you can kind of stall out until their hand gets low or they're at higher damage, so then you can really push with your Gavrails because 5 attacks when they're at 5 damage, you're gonna have to block it all and it's gonna waste all their shield. And then for G Guardians, we have 1 Dismal to save our Broken Hearts. We have 1 20k shield just to make our guards a bit more efficient. And then we have 2 rescue ones to help buff us up to protect against multi-attacks. Alright, thanks for watching guys. I hope you liked our Gavrail Nociel Rescue Deck Profile. It's been a really fun deck to play and also to like tweak and figure out what are the best cards in it. So leave a comment down below, let us know what you think, hit that thumbs up, helps out a lot, and as always subscribe for more content. Vanguard Central, out.